much for joining me today. My name is Katrina and this is Create Something Pretty, and I am going to be talking to you today about some patterns that I have purchased. If you would like to see that, please keep watching. Thank you so much for joining me today. So as I said, I have been purchasing patterns. If you have been watching me for a little while, you might know that this year I have been trying really hard to not buy patterns and not buy fabric. I think I've actually done pretty well up until this point, and I think I've kind of lost it a bit. I've had a really busy week and it might have been my coping mechanism, I'm not really sure, but I have purchased a few things lately. Some of them were old patterns, well actually a couple of them were older patterns that I really have had my eye on for a long time, and now they've come up on sale. There are loads of pattern companies on sale at the moment, in case you didn't realize. I'm not going to mention them all because I don't want to be a bad influence on everyone, but I will show you what I have purchased. There are 6 patterns here. 3 are old and 3 are brand new patterns, so I thought you might like to see that. I'm also going to mention a little bit about what I'm working on for Autumn Denim at the end of the video, if that's something that you want to participate in. So let's get going. The first pattern that I purchased was actually a couple of months, it might have been last month actually. It was a pattern I've had my eye on for a very long time, and I knew this company was putting out cheap patterns every once in a while. I don't know if it's all the time, it might be once a month or something, I'm not sure how it all works. But the pattern that I had my eye on for ages and I've been trying to get my hands on finally came on really cheaply, so I grabbed it. And I love this shirt. It is a gorgeous shirt pattern, and it is the Marie shirt dress by Hand London, and I'll put pictures in because my printouts are not very clear. So this is a gorgeous shirt. I love this style. My favorite ever fashion was one that was in the 90s, I believe, and it was all the flouncy shirts with a little ruffly bit of the sleeve, and there was a lot of velvet and suede and high boots and all that sort of thing. I loved that fashion. That was my absolute favorite fashion. I always thought I would always dress like this when I grew up. That never happened. So I'd love to make this. So it has this gorgeous, it's got a couple of views. You can have a shirt version or a dress version, which is pretty much this extended shirt length. One version has a double collar, so it's like there's 2 collars. It's button up. It has at the top of at the busted area of the shirt, it has like pin tucks, which is really pretty. I cannot tell if this actually has a bust start or not, I'm not sure. It does look like there's gathers at the shoulder of the sleeve, and it also has, it's gathered into a cuff. It's quite a flouncy sleeve. The other version that I have in front of me, hopefully there's not more than this because this is all I have in front of me, it has like a little ruffle at the neckline instead of having a collar, and it also has the sleeve, it gathers at the wrist, and then it has a little ruffle at the just beyond the wristband, if that's how I can explain it. That is also button up, and it's absolutely beautiful. I would like to own both of them actually. I think they're really pretty. I just think that is a gorgeous pattern, and because it came on so cheaply, I wasn't going to miss that. So that is a Marie shirt, and that is by Hand London. So that was the first pattern that I purchased. That was last month. Now this month, there was a lot of sales coming up for Me Made May, and there's a couple coming up for Mother's Day as well, which is this Sunday. So I'll show you what I purchased. A couple of these I did purchase with Autumn Denim in mind, which is a challenge that I'll talk about at the end. So the first one that I grabbed was this one. This was the Den jacket by Choco Notch, and this is not a new pattern. It's been out for maybe a year or 2 years, I'm not sure. I really liked it when it first came out, but I have a lot of other jacket patterns and it's kind of just stopped me getting it. But I just really liked it. I kept coming back to it every time they had a sale. I would look at it and go, oh, I really want that. Oh, I really want that. But I would hold off. But this time I just thought, no, it's come on sale at the right time of year for me. We're going into winter next month, and I think this would be a really good one to have in my wardrobe. I loved all the views, and I'm going to put some pictures in so you can see the different ways you can make this jacket up. It can be just a plain, like it's a chore style jacket, and they do show it made up as a shacket in like a flannel sort of version. I really particularly liked that. And there's another more, I don't think it's not so much cropped, more like hip length or just above the hip sort of length. High hip, I think they call that. It's in a padded sort of quilted style fabric. A pre-quilted fabric, I should say, because there's a lot of those quilted jackets around these days. And it just has little press studs at the front. I love the center placket. It's quite wide, and there's an extra row of stitching down the center of that. I really like how that looks. I also like that the pocket is opened at the side rather than at the top, so you can put your hands in the side a whole lot easier, especially when it's cold. It is cold at the moment. We have finally gotten cold weather. I'm ready to wear red at the moment. I love this jumper. So yeah, I really liked this pattern. It just really called to me. I really like that the sleeves, they're not too dropped. There's something I've been looking at quite a lot lately just for my figure. I feel like a drop sleeve does me no favors, so I have been really looking carefully to see how sleeves where they sit on the shoulder. So that is something I look at quite a bit lately, and whether the style is boxy or what the fit is on the body, because I feel like on my shape I need things that are more fitted. It just depends how it's done. Some things that at least look good, some things that are fitted look better. It just depends on the actual pattern. But I just really liked this particular one. It's got a great size range. It goes from a 0 to 30. I believe it's American style, American sizes. And yeah, chocolate notch patterns, they're pretty good. They've got they think of everything. You can print out the pages you need. They're just really good patterns. So I did pick it up, and I'm actually really hoping to make it up soon. The next pattern that I purchased was a Sew Over It Xanthe skirt. Now, I purchased this because last year I struggled for a skirt this style that fit me nicely. I chose this and because I was looking at the photos on their website, and all the ladies who were more my shape, it actually looked quite nice on them. So I wanted to give it a go, and also because I felt like this skirt would have really good instructions. So I'm yet to look through it properly and make sure that they do. So yeah, I picked this one up as well. It's also on a really good sale. It's like 50% off. So yeah, I thought I'd grab that one while it's at a good sale, because the patterns, the exchange rate at the moment is a lot. It's very expensive. So I thought, yeah, I could get it 50% off. I thought that was a good time to grab it. So that's the first 3 patterns. Now let's get on to the next 3. The next 3 are all brand new patterns, and there's a really good chance some of these are still on sale if I can get this video out before the weekend. Fingers crossed. So the first pattern that I purchased was the Lyrical shirt by Pattern Emporium, and I am an affiliate for Pattern Emporium patterns, and I will try and put a link to their patterns. I'm not sure if it works. I will have to do a bit of research. Very new to this. Thank you to whoever bought a pattern using my affiliate link last year. I really appreciate it. I really was expecting, I do not expect you to use it if you don't want to, but I really appreciate it. So if you are not aware, an affiliate means that when I share their patterns, I can get a percentage of the sale. It doesn't cost you any extra. It just means I get a little percentage of the sale just for spreading the word. So yeah, if you use that link, that would really help me out. I really would appreciate it. So the Lyrical top, it's a brand new pattern. I haven't made it yet, but I'm looking forward to giving it a go. It is an absolutely stunning blouse. I love Pattern Emporium's instructions. They're very clear, especially if you're new to doing this sort of thing. They're really good. I have actually learned how to use different feet on my sewing machine because of Pattern Emporium patterns. So this shirt is gorgeous. It is the floaty, blousy, almost period looking style shirt. I just love it. If this is definitely suited to a more floaty sort of fabric. Your rayons, I don't know other ones other than rayons because I use a lot of rayons. So if you use a stiffer fabric though, it will give you a different looking shirt. So the details on this are beautiful. It has a slightly gathered sleeve, and then the sleeve is at the wrist. It comes into, what do they call it? Elastic creates a ruffle at the wrist, so it's quite easy to make that little ruffle. It has a collar with a collar stand, or you can do ties as well. So I'm not really sure what version. I think at the moment I like the collar. I don't know, I'm not sure which one I want to make. Oh, the back detail is beautiful as well. It has a yoke, and it has a beautiful sort of ruffling at the yoke. And then the body of it, a lot of the shirts that have that yoke are quite large, like quite floaty around your hips. This one is a little more, it's not fitted, but it's a little more form-fitting. I don't know if that's the right word. Oh, I'm so technical. So it's got a gently curving hemline. So I think this would really suit my shape. This is a really good one to choose. I'm really sorry if you can hear that noise outside. I'm really not sure what it is, but I can't seem to escape noise lately. So I'm going to try and keep going because it sort of stops and starts. I hope it's not annoying you at all. So that is a lyrical shirt by Pattern Emporium. So if you would use my link, if I'm able to provide one, I'll put a note down below. If I'm not, I'm still learning how to use all this and be an affiliate. It's very new for me. But yeah, it's a gorgeous shirt. Pattern Emporium has a sale at the moment, so that's the other thing making me wonder, can I do this or not? So yeah, they have a 20% off for Mother's Day. So Mother's Day is this weekend on the 8th. No, that's not, today's the 9th. So I don't know, it's on the weekend. It's on Sunday. So yeah, that's a really nice one, and that could be a good Mother's Day present. Just saying. So the next pattern that I purchased is the Quinn Vest by True Bias, and I purchased this because I've been having a bit of dilemma of this fashion. I don't get it. I don't understand it at all. This is the first time I've ever had this problem in my entire life. I've always been very fashion forward. I've never been one really to follow a trend because it's a trend. I usually follow the trend once it's on its way out because it's not such a trend anymore. But yeah, I like to look of the time, if that makes sense. So the Quinn vest, I really like this. I particularly like the longer style vest. I'm just not sure how this is going to sit on my body. It does have two dress versions, however, so it is a pattern that I can get a lot of use out if I don't like the vest, but I did buy it for the vest. The vest also on the back of it has a little slide, so just pull it in that little bit if you wanted to. And this is made for more of your mid-weight woven fabrics. I would really like to give this a go, but I have purchased a lot of patterns, and we will see. We'll see how we go. I would really like to try this. I feel like it's just very trendy, but it does look really good. It looks really nice, or I like it. I think it looks great on everyone who has made it. So I love True Bias patterns. I like their style. I feel like what they make it kind of fits in with my lifestyle. That's why I gravitate towards them. So yeah, so the Quinn vest and dress, it is a very new pattern. I believe True Bias, as of the time I'm making this video, still has a sale. So yeah, definitely go check that out if you like the look of that one. The last pattern that I have to show you that I purchased recently is the Ember dress by So Liberated. Oh, I loved this so much. I was scrolling through my Instagram when I saw this, and oh, I think it's beautiful. It looks like a very simple silhouette, but then it has these big beautiful sleeves. It's actually panelled. I actually didn't realize that it's panelled, but that paneling, it allows you to insert lace and just to dress it up however you want. It actually does have examples of how to do that. It is the most gorgeous pattern, and the beautiful sleeves that are with it, It's pulled in at the back as well, which I really like because my figure's going, my weight's fluctuating a lot lately because I'm at that age where you're trying to figure out how this all works. So everything's changed. Yeah, I love it. I just think it's the most gorgeous dress. And I'm actually thinking I might trial this first, but I bought this beautiful fabric from the Dahlia Society a little while ago, and I wasn't 100% sure what I wanted to use it for. And I'm actually thinking I might use this for that dress. This is I'm not sure who it is by. I'll put the name in. It is very, very wrinkled and I'm a bit embarrassed about that. This is by My Dress Made, it's by. This beautiful black, it's crepe with these beautiful flowers, pink and red sort of flowers, roses, and they look like little daisies or little tiny carnations. I call them Sweet William. I don't know if that's what they're called, but they're just so pretty. Absolutely love it. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking about doing with that. I just really like the simplicity of it, and then it has those big sleeves. I think that's so pretty. And it's pulled in. It has a cord on both sides, I think I read. Really pretty dress. So I could not leave that. I had to get it because it's really my style. I hope you enjoyed this part of the video, and I'm just going to quickly touch on Autumn Denim. So, oh my goodness, there is a mower going now, and it's a little bit loud. Hopefully it quietens down. I'm just going to pause the video. So I have just moved us to a different location. We are now in my bedroom because of all the noise. That was just way too loud. The lighting is not as good and the background is not as pretty, so I'll put in some photos. I was about to talk about Autumn Denim, and I just wanted to let you know where I am going with that. So at the moment, I've had a really busy week. I have a lot going on at the moment, and I think I've kind of gotten to at the moment we're taking a break from everything that is going on in our lives because it's just too much. So hopefully I might have a little bit more time. And all this week I have been stressing about how I'm going to make something. So I really wanted to make a jacket. I wanted to make something that I knew I would wear. I don't want to make something that is just going to take me ages and then it doesn't get worn. I don't have time for that. So what I really did want to make was a jacket. But with the time constraints I have lately, I would never get it done in time and it would just stress me out. So I decided, no, I'm not going to do that. So I actually did spend a lot of this week putting together the Sorrento jacket by Sew Over It, putting together the PDF and cutting it all out. And then because I was trying to multitask, I actually cut out the wrong size range. And that PDF, it is huge. There are about 17 pieces to cut out, put together, cut out. And the PDF, it did make me love Pattern Emporium PDFs a million times more because Pattern Emporium sections out their PDF so that you only have to put together a bodice or put together a sleeve. Whereas Sew Over It, I had to put together the whole thing. It was not broken up into separate sections. It was a lot of work to have cut out the wrong size. So after that debacle, I decided that I actually stewed on it for a little bit. I was really unsure. I really wanted to make something I was going to wear. A lot of the patterns I have, I wanted to make them, but I didn't want to make them out of denim. That was kind of my issue. I would keep thinking to myself, am I going to wear this? And if I'm not going to wear it in that fabric, what's the point in making it? So what I have decided to go with is I'm going back to the Jenna. I'm going back to the Jenna dress. And if I have to make it in tencel, I have to make it in tencel. That's just how it's going to be. So I am not going to make something that I'm not going to wear. That is it. So tencel is okay in the challenge. If it looks like denim, that's good enough. That's fine. And I'm going with that too. And if you want to knit something or you want to do patchwork and it looks like denim, we're talking traditional blue denim. I know denim comes in a lot of colors, but if you're going to use a fabric that is not denim, as long as it's a traditional blue color, that's fine. That's okay. Oh, we're not going to come in and go to your house and check if it's denim or not. It's fine. And there's no prizes in this challenge. It's for yourself. So just enjoy yourself and make something that you know you're going to wear and you're going to love. And we just really want to see what you've made and support each other, and maybe challenge yourself. I would love to challenge myself with a jacket, but that's not for now. I'll try that another day. So I have put together my Jenna PDF. I need to fit trial it yet, and I chose the Jenna because I thought I want to make that dress. I love that dress. I have seen a version that doesn't use the sleeve, so I won't have to do sleeve cuffs. It'll be just very basic, hopefully. And I'm going to try and do that. But then I also want to make that shirt. I still have that stripy fabric, and I really want to make that because that is something I would wear now. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. I'm making the Jenna. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I am running it with Deb from DB Designs and Sewing, Deb from Sewing Seams with Deb, and Hayley from the Hay Meadows. So any questions you have, I have to put towards the girls as well, if it's something that's outside of the box. So yeah, I hope you guys are all getting along with your sewing makes. Some of the patterns that I have mentioned today, you could possibly use for that as well, like the Xanthi skirt, the den jacket you could definitely make in denim. What else did I mention? The Queen vest by True Bias. They are all things you can make in denim. So hopefully that has given you some ideas, and a lot of them are on sale. So I'm just sorry to be a bad influence, but yeah, you have that. So I hope you enjoyed seeing what I had today. I'm very sorry about the change of location. I hope you enjoyed seeing today's video. If you did, I'd love it if you gave me a thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed, please do subscribe. And what else is it? Oh, hit the bell icon. The bell icon lets you know when a video that you really want to see is up. So if you want to see my videos, hit the bell icon. That would be great, and you won't miss any of my videos that way. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I really appreciate it. I hope you've gotten some value out of this video, maybe seeing something that you liked and got some inspiration. If you do decide to go buy the lyrical pattern by Pattern Emporium, I would love it if you'd use my link. That is if I'm allowed to put up a link. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a lovely weekend. I'm going to include at the end of this video a little bit of my garden because I have made a few changes. I hope you enjoy seeing that. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you here, if not next weekend, it'll be the following week. So have a great week, and I'll see you all then. Bye. I'm going to take you all on a little garden tour because I've made a couple of changes to the garden. So we're going in under my arbor here, and I'm about to show you how dry the soil is. There's a massive big crack in the ground here under these trees. Yeah, I can't wait for a bit more rain. And in my little pot here, I showed this to you a little while ago in another garden tour. I planted all these little cuttings from in the garden, and it looks fabulous, and it has some bulbs coming up. I left the bulbs in there, and they're coming up through all of that, and I love how that looks. Now this is the part that I have changed. The little cages in there, they keep the dog off my garden. It sort of works. The path here is quite wide. I've had to move a lot of plants from under that tree and a lot of soil to move that garden bed back. And in here, this is where I made a big change. I've moved that garden at the back there. I'm just quickly going to show you a little tiny camellia plant here that I didn't know they were ever that small. I love this. It's so cute. So this garden, I have moved all of the garden beds around, or the back bit there, and I've enclosed in a footpath that used to go right there where that pot is. That pot was our neighbours, and we've reclaimed it. They were going to throw it out, so I've put some soil in it and used it to fill in that little gap there until I can get some other things growing. This garden bed needs a lot of work. I'm hoping to replace those edgings eventually. This is a rose I have pulled out from under the trees and put it in a sunnier position. And I'm about to show you a pot here that is my strawberry pot. The soil had really dropped over the years, so I've pulled the soil out and repotted it up, put some new strawberries in it. So hopefully we'll get a bit more fruit next year. I'm about to show you my shed where we have a vine that is the only vine that has lost its leaves. Everything else still seems to have leaves. I don't think our garden realizes we're almost in winter. So yeah, it's just so dry down here. We have removed our trampoline and the slide is going. Kids are not using it, so a bit more space to figure out what else we're going to do with it. And this is where the veggie garden was. Things just weren't growing. There's too many trees now. It's too shady. I'm about to take you in and show you where we were going to have a chook house. It's storing garden things now. So yeah, it's not a good idea with a dog. And this is the garden area now, all enclosed without that little footpath. It's much more secluded and a bit more area there for tables and chairs, and hopefully we'll get some nice new ones instead of those ones. And I'm just going to take you up to the house now. There's a pestamon here which is still in flower, and an oak leaf hydrangea which are great in sunny spots. I love those. It's so nice. I really like how they look. Oh, the footpath is so dry. I hope to pave this eventually. I'll put some steppers along there. And this is up to our deck. And we have some pots here. And I'm about to show you on the table, there's a whole lot of plants here that I'm planning to put out in my front garden, which I'll show you in another video. Lots of seedlings and bulbs, some roses, and I'm putting a lot of azaleas under there. Just trying to make it a bit more girly. I'm about to show you the azalea that's about to go out the front as well. And then I'm going to show you as a go cactus, Christmas cactus, whatever you want to call it. It's flowering for the first time. I hope you guys have a lovely weekend. I'll see you next time. Bye.